Carlos Corberán, commiserations, Carlos. A lot to enjoy, but what went wrong, do you think, today here at Stoke?
I think in the first half we saw some positive moments in attack, but not enough moments in attack and not enough chances from our attack perspective. And I was watching the team defending more than attacking. We tried to, but at the end, without conceding any important chance of them, only maybe one cross in the last part of the game. But I think managing well one game against one that for me is one of the best squads in the league. I have to say this because it's for me true. Then I was watching the team defending more than attacking. That's something that we tried to change in the second half. And I was watching the team be more aggressive in the pressing and playing the game more in the offensive half and creating more chances. It's true that after we scored the goal, I was watching well the team. But it's very important the next 5 minutes after you score the goal to keep this level of concentration. And for me, they have one corner that we knew that they would have very good players to finish this action. They did score one very good goal, but it's one situation that I know that my players can avoid perfectly because I know the level that we have in this type of set-piece situation. But we didn't do. And after they scored the goal, they were feeling that they were more in the game. In that moment, but I think after we conceded the goal, the team was okay in the game. We were continue playing, for me, a good game. But in the goal that they scored, that was the second chance that they had in the game. They used a couple of maybe 2 or 3 maybe bad decisions in terms of how to solve the situation, and they use assume that you concede maybe 2 or 3 losing challenges against teams that have the level of quality in the championship. You have more chances to concede the goal. Unfortunately, what happened. But I was watching a very positive reaction of the team after the goal, trying to go for the game, trying to get something positive, and unfortunately, we didn't score in the couple of opportunities that we had.
The fact that Stoke had to work so hard for the victory, a Stoke team with such a lot of recognisable players, strong resources, Carlos, is a compliment to Huddersfield Town because you took the lead, you had them on the back foot psychologically for quite a few periods of the game, I thought.
But I trust a lot in my squad, I trust a lot in the player that I have, so when we come to these stadiums I am full of confidence in my team, so I only can be watching now more the negative part than the positive part because we wanted to get something positive today to continue in a positive dynamic.
The actual interaction between the players, the passing, was of a very high standard until the very end of the game. Maybe we got a bit loose when bodies were tired and minds were tired.
In these moments when the other team start to be defending more close to the box, it's more complicated because you attack with less spaces. And for me, we are more dangerous. We attack maybe more of the teams are more dangerous when they attack with bigger spaces than when they attack with less spaces. And like you say, in these type of moments, maybe you want just to score the goal the faster that you can, and you lose a little bit the patience that you need to have to create the good conditions to can score the goal. So in some moments, it's more important to create a clear chance than to create many no clear chance, and it's very important don't make fouls that are going to stop the game, are going to interrupt the game and are not going to help us. But these things are things that of course we need to continue improving and we need to continue managing. But even with these circumstances, the team for me had a couple of opportunities to score the goal.
The fact that you're expressing it that way, Carlos, tells us all that your standards are higher this season. I think you're demanding more from the players, but they're mostly delivering so far this season. Would that be accurate?
More than my standards are higher. It's like, as a team, we want to be a competitive team and we want to go for every game, knowing that, of course, there are moments that you are going to play against good opponents and you need to make your best. For me, we did our best in many moments of the game, and they used the moment where we didn't make the right decision or the right actions to unbalance one game that we could have get something else.
I felt lots of people felt some sympathy for Matty Pearson because his personality has been so important to the opening phase of the season, and then the ball hits him and goes in. Do you blame him? Do you blame somebody else for the own goal? How do you manage the situation of an own goal?
I think Matty Pearson today did an extraordinary game. I was very, very pleased with the performance that he was showing today in the game.
No recriminations?
No, because of course the players are part of this crosses. It's very difficult to defend well one cross like the one that they take, but sometimes the player that made the own goal is the player that can receive the blame, like you say. But there are things that we could avoid before to don't make them to take that cross. So at the end, it's part of everyone, And of course, like I say, when the player dribbling one player, when dribbling another player, and when they take a cross and after is their own goal, of course, that's something that I know the level of our players and we have to demand us else in these type of actions.
You changed the team a little bit today, resting Colwill and Sinani to the bench because of international duty, assumedly. Is this how we're going to see the games after international periods, where you use your resources, you rotate, you refresh?
I think are two different type of situations. Sinani arrived with many games in the legs, because after didn't have a normal pre-season, he was playing against Everton, and after he was playing against Reading, 2 games in a row, and after he was playing 3 games with the national team, 2 full games and 1 only 45 minutes. Then plus the travel, he couldn't make a normal recovery, so I was watching that he couldn't help the team in the level that another players could help the team. With Colwill is different because even he was traveling, he didn't play, but I think that we have 4 very good central backs, and depending about the situation of the game, we can decide to play with some of another one. Today we know how important were the set pieces, and one of the reasons why Sal was in the pitch was to be very focused and to be very good, stronger team in the set pieces situations.
Thank you for talking to us, Carlos. We'll see you at Blackpool and talk to you before that next week.
Thank you so much.